Many newcomers to cryptocurrency wonder whether to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. Without understanding, 90% of newcomers lose money in cryptocurrency because they do not understand basic facts about it and rely on unverified and contradictory information from the internet. And also in this video, I will tell you how 10 lucky ones can get $50 each from me. So, hearing something is one thing, but understanding the details and answering the question, what is better for me, is entirely another. I have been involved in crypto for over 6 years, and today I will help you understand what is better, Bitcoin or Ethereum, and what awaits these cryptocurrencies in the future according to objective market laws. My name is Ivan. I am an investor and businessman. I have 6 projects in the field of crypto, IT, and artificial intelligence. And while I am working, right now my digital double is recording this video for you. All the information has been personally double-checked by me. The future is already here. What are cryptocurrencies and how can they be useful to ordinary people? To choose a coin that will not experience a significant drop tomorrow and not become another person who lost money in crypto, you first need to understand how the market value of each cryptocurrency is determined. Under no circumstances should you buy a coin without knowing the principles it operates on. So, let us take a couple of minutes to consider the essence of cryptocurrencies in general, as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically. I will discuss 3 main tasks that crypto solves to explain which coin is better suited for each situation. Just as the invention of the internal combustion engine is the basis of all cars, the invention of blockchain is the basis of all cryptocurrencies. What is it? Imagine blockchain as a global ledger that records all actions. But instead of keeping this ledger in one place, it has thousands of copies stored on different computers around the world by millions of users. When someone, for example, makes a money transfer, it is recorded in this global ledger. All computers in the network verify and approve this record. Once approved, it becomes immutable and visible to everyone. Thus, no one can manipulate the data because changing a record requires the consent of all network participants on all computers. And while theoretically one computer or server can be hacked, hundreds of thousands of them worldwide cannot. That is why this technology is called decentralized, and that is its main strength. It is the most advanced information storage that no government in the world can control and that cannot be hacked. It is not surprising that this technology was first used for storing and transferring money when Bitcoin appeared. But how did Bitcoin become the most popular cryptocurrency, and what is the reason for its high value? Why did its price rise to record levels, then crash and rise again? And what is the perspective for Bitcoin now? The thing is, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, a revolutionary coin that gave people independence from banks and governments, anonymity, the ability to transfer any amount without fees, and to profit from its price growth. The second reason why people bought Bitcoin was the absence of many other modern cryptocurrencies at the initial stage. Thus, over time, the price of Bitcoin increased tens, hundreds, and thousands of times. If at the very beginning of its creation, one Bitcoin was equal to $1, then after a year it was worth $240. A few months later, Bitcoin was worth $1,000 per coin. At its peak in 2021, its price skyrocketed 69,000 times from the initial value, becoming a record high in the history of cryptocurrencies. And so people who heard about crypto, did not understand it, and simply bought Bitcoin became richer in a few months without any effort. The real crypto gold rush began, and the price of Bitcoin broke all records. But at some point, when the Bitcoin rate slightly decreased, panic started among people who had no real knowledge and experience as investors. They started selling the coin en masse, and its rate continued to fall even more, spinning the spiral in the opposite direction. In the end, the Bitcoin rate stabilized relatively. Today, in 2023, you can still buy it if you are willing to take a risk and make a profit in a few months or years. Currently, the market capitalization of Bitcoin is $489 billion. This is the largest capitalization among all cryptocurrencies, so as long as the concept of cryptocurrency exists, Bitcoin will exist. It can no longer simply disappear. The coin can still show temporary rises and falls, but in the perspective of several years, it shows growth. For example, at the end of 2020, Bitcoin was worth around $27,000. 4 months later, over $63,000. In 3 months, the price dropped to approximately $33,000, and by the end of 2021, it exceeded $60,000 per Bitcoin again. Today, the price of Bitcoin is around $29,000. It does seem like a real roller coaster ride, and investing in Bitcoin is too risky. However, if we examine the situation more closely, several very interesting things become clear. Firstly, by following the investor's rule of not buying at the highest price, you can buy Bitcoin for less than $30,000 per coin, and then the chances of its growth will be much higher than its decline. Secondly, short-term investments are indeed risky. But the longer the term you are willing to invest in Bitcoin, the more chances you have to earn. After all, from 2021 to 2023, its price increased by 8%, while the inflation of the dollar during the same period was approximately 18%. As for the future, according to digital coin price data, it is expected that its price may rise to $100,000 in 5 years. So I would say that Bitcoin is suitable for investment, but in the short term it is certainly a risky option. Ultimately, if you want to earn from investment, you need different cryptocurrencies with different levels of risk. Buying only one of them is too risky. So let us move on to the second most popular cryptocurrency, Ethereum. Keeping in mind that the value of a coin depends on its usefulness, let us briefly understand the basis of this coin's operation. It may seem that if there is Bitcoin, why was Ethereum invented? However, while Bitcoin became the first bank-independent currency, Ethereum introduced users to another powerful tool, smart contracts. What is it and how does it work? Suppose you want to sell your car. Usually this is a transaction involving large sums of money, and you want to be absolutely sure that you will not be deceived by scammers. Traditionally, many people turn to intermediary firms to ensure the security of the transaction. But what if I tell you that there is a digital way to conclude this deal reliably and without intermediaries? You and your buyer create a digital contract in which you specify all the conditions of the transaction: the make and color of the car, its condition, price, deadlines, and even delivery details if necessary. And here is the most important part: only you and your buyer set these conditions. No intermediaries or commissions, only your rules. Once you both agree on all the conditions, the contract is recorded in the blockchain. This means that the contract cannot be forged or changed. When it is activated, the system automatically blocks the necessary amount in the buyer's account, ensuring that they have the necessary funds. Once the buyer receives the keys to the car and verifies that everything is in order, you both confirm the transaction. Then the system immediately sends the blocked money to you. This is the essence of smart contracts, and it is precisely what became the revolutionary tool that Ethereum brought to the crypto world. According to the British magazine The Economist, smart contracts have the potential to become the most important application of blockchain technology. After major Wall Street banks successfully tested smart contract systems for stock trading in 2016, about 40 major banks around the world immediately started using the technology. Thanks to smart contracts, today users of Commerzbank in Germany can conclude rental agreements for apartments or sell cars in 10 minutes. And the Canadian Central Bank uses smart contracts to manage securities and payments. While some companies are creating another folder for paper contracts, others are already using smart contracts to speed up deliveries and payments. The active use of smart contracts guarantees that Ethereum will continue to occupy leading positions in the cryptocurrency market for a long time. The forecast of experts from priceprediction.net predicts the Ethereum rate to be over $5,400 per coin by the end of 2025, and by 2030, the price of the coin may reach $36,000. The general patterns of Ethereum's value over the past few years are similar to those of Bitcoin. Ethereum experienced a peak in value at the end of 2021, and then entered a phase of price decline. However, if you look at the statistics from the start of 2021 until September 2023, its value has increased by almost 30%. Taking into account inflation, you would have preserved about 50% of your money invested in Ethereum in 2021, although short-term investments are also quite risky. Thus, Bitcoin is created to offer you an alternative way of using money. It uses blockchain technology to allow you to exchange money directly with other people, without the involvement of banks or governments. Ethereum, on the other hand, provides a platform on which you can create secure contracts, and the blockchain ensures that the smart contract will execute the transaction without intermediaries. Within this platform, there is also its own cryptocurrency, Ethereum. Like Bitcoin, it is traded on all major platforms and exchanges. Therefore, the question of which is better, Bitcoin or Ethereum, is not quite correct, because they provide different opportunities based on the same blockchain technology. However, are Ethereum and Bitcoin equally profitable investment options? Let us start with Bitcoin. First and foremost, it is the leading cryptocurrency, occupying the first place in the capitalization ranking. Bitcoin has been on the market for over 10 years and has experienced numerous downturns, but it has always been able to recover. Therefore, it can confidently be said that Bitcoin is a suitable cryptocurrency for preserving the value of the investment in the long run. However, Bitcoin is still the most expensive cryptocurrency. And for many, this is the reason for refraining from buying, or people spend a large portion of their capital on a minuscule fraction of a Bitcoin, which is not the best decision. Therefore, let's consider Ethereum, which is several times cheaper than Bitcoin. Ethereum ranks second in terms of capitalization and trading volume among all cryptocurrencies. It represents not only money but also a platform for creating decentralized smart contracts, which gives it additional value. This implies that over the long term, the potential use of smart contracts will contribute to the coin's value growth. Therefore, Ethereum is also a wise investment for capital growth. However, it is important to remember that both Bitcoin and Ethereum are still medium-risk assets, and their price can fluctuate significantly. Therefore, if you do not plan to engage in investments but need coins for preserving money or transfers, then it is better to use stablecoins. These are cryptocurrencies with minimal risk, because their value is tied to the value of global currencies. One of the most popular stablecoins is USDT, pegged to the dollar exchange rate. By the way, while I am proving obvious things to you about how crypto is a simple and convenient financial instrument, USDT has surpassed traditional payment systems Visa and MasterCard in terms of the volume of processed payments by the end of 2022. Operations worth $18 trillion were conducted using USDT, 14 trillion using Visa, and 7 trillion using MasterCard. Coins like USDT are an excellent hedge against inflation if the currency of your country weakens, and they are also convenient for transfers. However, such coins will not bring you significant profits in the long-term investments. If you want maximum profit in a short period, there are coins with high risks for you. The price of such coins can skyrocket by several 100% in a week. You can quickly earn on such growth, but after that, the coin can quickly lose all its growth, and you will lose money if do not sell it in time. Moreover, no one guarantees you the growth of such coins. Predicting their dynamics is extremely difficult. However, they can be quite cheap in the early stages of their existence. Well, if you want to become a professional investor, you need a portfolio that will contain both high-risk assets, stable coins, and medium-risk assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Such portfolio diversification will allow you to minimize risks. So, comparing Ethereum and Bitcoin is like comparing Android and Apple. Each of them has its unique advantages and disadvantages, and the choice depends on your goals and needs. However, both Bitcoin and Ethereum have high growth potential. Many newcomers to crypto quickly decide that cryptocurrency is too complicated for them, although in reality it is a fairly simple tool to improve one's life for the better. I am dissatisfied with how much complex and even false information there is around crypto. That is why I created this channel. I recommend subscribing to it and watching the series of videos that I have prepared specifically for you. In them, I will explain in simple terms how to use cryptocurrencies to preserve your money and protect against inflation, share 8 sacred rules of an investor, and much more. That is all for today. Write your questions in the comments if something remains unclear to you. Now I'll tell you how 10 lucky ones can get $50 from me. For 3 months now, I've been actively making useful videos about crypto. I explain it in simple terms, provide facts and statistics. All of this is to ensure that as many people as possible understand the benefits and convenience of using blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies. Once, the world changed dramatically thanks to the first internet. Now the world is especially changing due to cryptocurrencies, artificial intelligence, and IT technologies. I want to accelerate the adoption of cryptocurrencies in our daily use. That's why I want to give away $500 among the active subscribers of my channel. There's a pinned comment under the video. Read the conditions, fulfill them, and on the 5th of November, 2023, I will randomly choose 10 lucky winners and send each of them $50 to their crypto wallets.